the time has started to shift. There's a shift where he says the meek shall inherit the earth. Where it's time that we start representing what we're supposed to represent. Choo, first day you called me, Ray, I love you, baby. I said, there's only one person talk like this. He said, I need you, champ, I need you. When Choo speak to you like that, you ready? You about to lead devotion? But it's who he is. It's who he is, and it's who he's always been. And through the down, through the ups, and through the downs, God says he never changes. In 1996, when I got off a plane in Baltimore, the question was asked, Jonathan Ogden, we got off the military base. And now Lamar over in the castle and stuff, all the hard work we did. We're in that military base, and Jonathan said, what do we get ourselves into? And I said to him then, Choo, I said, imagine if we're at the beginning of something that will last forever. Do you understand, brother? Like, your footsteps will never be erased because of your heart. So easy for me to say, I'm all in. Because when I got here in 96, nobody believed that we can actually go win. Nobody believed that our city had the ability to take over and go win a Super Bowl without scoring touchdowns. I'm sorry, I know that's a little personal, but sometimes somebody got to tell the truth and shame the devil. But it's now, it's why we're here. Me and the governor, man, we've been rolling with each other for 28 years. And to know that now God has ushered a new team. See, there's a difference between good and evil. Evil don't take no breaks. Good, we want to take breaks every now and then. But see, evil has found a way to get to our children now. That's why the university makes sense to put back in our communities, because if we don't put it back, then we're going to find ourselves in a whole lot of trouble if cell phones and iPads is raising babies. See, we've transitioned from something that I think we're afraid to realize. If I'm a man, I'm a die man. And my son's going to come up with the same fortitude of what does it mean to be a man. You got to provide for more than just your bloodline. You got to be a father to many. It says it takes a village to raise one child. A village. Fast forward, seeing the vision of not winning. And I'll never forget, 1999. Life always has a funny way of slowing you down when God wants to show you something different. God introduced me to something different. I never forget standing on the corner of West Side Baltimore, and the guy said to me, you know how dangerous it is over here? I said, I came from the same place. I am a part of West Side Baltimore. For me, it's just West Side Lakeland. Same concept. Same destruction, same dysfunction. And I vowed in that I will be one of the ones to make this go away. Right? We can't save everybody. Neither can Jesus. But we can do our part. So when you travel the world enough, and you meet enough people, and you run into a victim, you run into a dirt, and you run into people who want to help people with a vision. See, the good book says, without a vision, that people shall perish. And I'm telling you, brother, your vision has now landed in a safe place in my heart. And we got a lot of work to do. But I don't work another day of my life when I'm blessing people. See, a lot of people want to be in Forbes magazine, they want to make $1 billion. I want to affect 1 billion people. I want to see what that currency turns out to be once I get to heaven. And I never forget winning championships. There's something special about winning championships. Because when you come back and you get off the plane, and the whole city of Baltimore, the whole city, nobody can sleep, waiting for you to get home. And all you want to do is just get off and host a little party and look at your city and see it and say, this is what we did for the city. I've been in Baltimore longer than I've been born, right? I've spent more years in Baltimore than I spent in Florida. Baltimore is home for me, but everywhere is home for me. Because I can relate to Liberty City, Miami. I can relate to Southside Chicago. Our kids, our communities, they're suffering because we've given them an out. I didn't have an out. Yes ma'am is yes ma'am, yes sir is still yes sir. It'll never change in my household. And mothers, right? You spoke about it. We're trading hugs for iPads. A kid cries and we give them an iPad and an iPhone instead of holding them close to our bosom. When we start to embrace our communities, kids want to be held. Kids want to be felt. And today, Communiversity, I think, has the ability to be felt around the world. Baltimore, everybody that's in this room, there's always more you can do. Right? Each one, teach one, bless one. Have this thing. I'm gonna leave you with this. I want you to have this thing that I started to realize when we got to Baltimore. We didn't have belief in each other. We didn't really understand who we were. But when you win championships, there has to be one innate thing that happens. Everybody must have the exact same vision to achieve that goal. If Baltimore gonna run the ball in Buffalo this week, we ain't gonna win. So we need to run the football. That's why we brought Derrick Henry in. Right? Gotta hand that dog a ball. But it's the same thing in our communities. We got to hand off wisdom. We got to hand off fatherhood. We got to hand off mentorship. We got to hand off leadership. We've stopped handing off servanthood. Young men see more men with cell phones than they see men with Bibles in their hands. So we've changed and we've shifted. That's why I think a lot of the problems exist in today's time. Old school for me always wins. They didn't like us when we played defense or when we played defense. If I was playing in today's time, I'd be broke in 3 weeks. Because you can't play the game the way the game's supposed to be played. And in our communities, you can't play the game the same way no more. It's time that we change the playing field. It's time that we do it different. Your steps are order. A righteous man, your steps are order. I'm just finding myself in the right alignment. Thank each and every person that's in this audience today, because this is the beginning of a movement that can never be erased. God bless you.